It just dawned on me that there is one weight loss hack, I guess, if you will, that I did at the beginning of this year that really helped me lose 40 pounds in 10 weeks that I'm currently am not using today. And I want to share it with you today because I think that if you start applying this one weight loss hack, it is going to dramatically help you towards your weight loss goal. Now, before we get into what this one hack is, it's not diet, it's not exercise, it's not even mindset. It's one thing that I apply that is going to help me stay accountable, but it'll also help you stay accountable. Now, if you've been watching me since the beginning of this year, I started off with a 5-day water fast. I lost 15 pounds in those 5 days, and then after that I decided to try the carnivore diet for 30 days. I had never done carnivore. I had always done keto. In fact, back in 2018 I lost 70 pounds in 7 months doing the keto diet, and I've trained and coached hundreds of men and women from all over the world to lose at least 40 pounds in 16 weeks using my Keto Shed 40 coaching program. If you want more info on that, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description. So let's just jump right into it. I don't want to waste any more of your time. What is the one thing that, or the one weight loss hack that you could be using right now that's going to help you lose weight? And it's actually going to help me. I know it's going to help me lose that last 10 pounds before I go on my cruise at the end of this month. Okay, so one of the things that I currently do right now is I weigh myself every day, but that's not quite it, all right? It kind of boggles my mind that a lot of people, when they weigh themselves, they'll weigh themselves once a week, they'll weigh themselves once a month, and I'm thinking, that is a horrible, horrible strategy as far as measuring your progress, because how do you know you're actually doing it right? How do you know you're eating the right foods? How do you know if you're doing, proper exercise or anything else? How do you know you're doing things right if you're only weighing yourself once a week or once a month? I believe that if you really want to lose weight and do it the right way, yes, you got to have the right diet. You got to know how to eat. You got to know how to, track your calories. I've given you a formula in past videos of exactly how many calories you need to lose weight. But it's none of that, okay? Yes, you have to have all that, but a lot of times people tend to still struggle with their weight loss. So what is this plan or this hack that I'm gonna start implementing again like I did at the beginning of this year? Okay, number one, yes, I'm gonna weigh myself every day. That's something I do anyway. So I was sitting outside my front porch and it kind of dawned on me. I was like, you know what? I know what I need to do. I need to figure out how much weight I need to lose per day up until I go on my cruise, which is around the end of July. Right now it's July 9th. So I thought, okay, what can I do to make sure I'm going to reach this 10 pounds by the end of the month, which really isn't a lot, okay? Number one, I'm going to weigh myself every day, okay, but that's not it. What I wanted to figure out is, number two, how much weight do I need to lose every single day to get to my goal of 175? But one better than that, what do I need to weigh every single day in order to lose 10 pounds? So I sat down, did some math, and figured it out. I said, okay, if I am 186 and I want to get to 175, I got to lose 11 pounds. And let's see, I think we've got like 18 more days until my cruise. So simple math, just divide 18 by 11, and I think I got something like 0.63 pounds per day I need to lose in order to lose those 11 pounds. I was like, okay, well, let me go even further. What should my weight be every single day? I'm gonna go ahead and put an example on this screen and I'll show you what I've mapped out, and you're welcome to do this as well, because when you do this and you can visually see, okay, I need to weigh this by tomorrow, which is Thursday. And then when Thursday comes, you're like, okay, now I need to weigh this weight by Friday. Now I need to weigh this weight by Saturday, and on and on and on and on. So for me, I'll go ahead and put it on the screen. If I started at 186, by tomorrow, I should weigh 185 point whatever, something. And then the next day, all right, Saturday, I need to weigh, 184 point whatever. When you actually map this out in your notes, that's what I did. I did it on my phone. I just put it in my notes. I did this at the beginning of the year, and I noticed that kept me more accountable when I could visually see, okay, this I need to weigh on this day. The next day, I need to weigh this weight. And you just do that until you reach your goal. And I'm gonna tell you, that worked very well for me when I lost the 40 pounds at the beginning of this year doing the carnivore diet. So I'll tell you why this works. When you put intense focus on like, okay, I gotta weigh this on this day, I gotta weigh this on this day. If you start to notice that that's not working, maybe your weight's going up, well, now you've got time to make some course correction so that way it doesn't get too far away from you, like the weight, okay? But if you're weighing yourself once a week or once a month, what if you end up gaining like 8 pounds, but you didn't know it because you didn't actually weigh yourself every single day? So the first step is to weigh yourself every single day, figure out how much weight I need to lose per day until I reach my goal. And then the third thing is what should my weight be per day until I reach my goal? So those are the 3 steps that you need to start doing that's really gonna hold you accountable. So let's say I step on the scale tomorrow and I didn't hit 185 point whatever. Well, now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to adjust my calories. I'll just eat a little bit less so this way I can get caught up. Now, I will tell you what happened to me at the beginning of the year. There were times where I wasn't reaching that certain weight per day. That allowed me to make adjustments. All right, but if you're only weighing yourself once a week or once a month, you're not allowing yourself enough time to make those adjustments. So that's what I'm gonna start doing until I get to my goal by the end of July before I go on my cruise. And again, I'll put it up on the screen. I'll show you exactly what my weight needs to be every single day. I think I've got about 18 days left. And it actually makes this quite digestible, no pun intended. But when you can visually see what your weight should be every single day, it doesn't look unattainable. All right, it looks actually pretty reasonable. It's not like you have to lose a pound a day or 2 pounds a day. And that's what I want to caution you with. If you have a goal to lose a certain amount of weight, be realistic with it. Don't be unrealistic and be like, oh, I need to lose 50 pounds in 30 days. Oh my gosh, I need to lose like 2 pounds per day to make that happen. Don't do that, because that's unrealistic and you're going to burn yourself out. You're probably going to give into your temptations, and you're just going to give up. Don't do that, because you will give up if the number is too big. You want to break this up into small little chunks. And when you do that, your brain has the tendency to figure out a way to make that happen. I've noticed this with other things in life. Like if there's something I want, and it could be something small. Maybe you want to buy a car, or maybe you want to build something in your yard, or whatever the case may be. If you break those things up, you put a lot of focus on it, and you watch YouTube videos on how to do something. Like I'll do that, right? Like let's say I want to learn how to do something in my yard or whatever, but I don't know how to do it. I will watch a ton of videos putting all my focus on it, and then my brain figures out a way to make it happen. Well, it's the same thing with weight loss. If you put a lot of focus on it, you start mapping out what your weight should be every single day until you reach your goal, your mind will figure out a way to make that come into reality. Now, I want you to hear me on this. I'm not talking about manifestation. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I'm not saying just to sit around and do nothing and all you have to do is think about it and it happens. That's not what I'm saying. You still need to take action in order to make these things happen. However, if you're just flying blind and you're guessing, you're never going to reach your weight loss goal. Get on a plan. Write it in your notes. How much weight do I need to be? What should my weight be every single day in order to reach my weight loss goal? And how much weight is that I need to lose per day? Write it out. Print it out. Put it on your computer or do whatever. I have it on my notes on my phone. So this way I can look at it every single day. I'm like, okay, I need to weigh this by tomorrow. And if I'm not, I'm gonna have to make some adjustments because now I'm behind. And here's the thing, you don't wanna fall too far behind. Does that make sense? Try this one hack. I'm telling you, look, you have all the information. I've given you plenty of experiments that I've done with carnivore, with keto, with alternate day fasting, prolonged fasting. I did the sugar diet, sugar fasting. You have no lack of information. You just got to actually make a plan now and execute. That is your job. You've got the information. Now you need to apply it and execute it. And I promise you, you will reach your weight loss goal. And the sacrifice is going to be much worth it when you map this whole thing out. You got to have a blueprint. You got to have a map. You can't be doing this blindly and expect to be lighter the next day. All right, so I hope this video helps you. If you like the video, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and always hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes. Until next time, see you tomorrow.